con respeto y cordialidad. Solicitamos que reconozcáis a la Iglesia y al Papa como legisladores del universo. Y a la vez que aceptéis al Rey y a la Reina de España como legisladores de estas tierras. A cambio, recibiréis nuestro amor y nuestra caridad.
Si
no queremos,
Capitán, si no, os haremos esclavos y dispondremos de vosotros a voluntad. Nos apropiaremos de vuestras posesiones y os causaremos tanto dolor como podamos.
If you could look inside my life and use my eyes, would you pity me? Would you see the desperate nights and all the lies that brought me to my knees? I keep thinking that I have to make you fall the way you fell from your betrayal to bring me peace of mind. I won't let you move along, just walk away and wear a cape like you're some hero. I can't hear love 'cause we're at war and revenge is so loud and the drums are so proud. But I'm in a cage and I hear mercy say I'm here now. And it's the only way out. But revenge is so loud and the drums are so proud. But I'm still in the cage and I hear mercy say now. It's the only way out. I used to hear my father say, counterplay ends in defeat. And I said I'd never be that way. Tried to make you pay, 'cause it would cost me. But you owe me so much more than what you gave to this. I guess every story twists. People tell me let it go and forget. I can't hear love 'cause we're at war and revenge is so loud and the drums are so proud. But I'm in a cage and I hear mercy say I'm here now. And it's the only way out. But revenge is so loud and the drums are so proud. But I'm still in a cage and I hear mercy say now. It's the only way. Mercy is the only way out. Mercy gave me my way out.
And what you see in the film, in this film,
their own eye in the sky is you see the truth that, one, the occupants did not have any guns in their hands, that while they were driving down the road just after they were going to pick up the elders, that while they were driving down the road, they were trying to get water for the elders. This disabling device, which is really plastic explosives, which is nothing less than a very powerful landmine of itself, runs over the landmine, hits the landmine, and you see the truck blowing up, the whole front of the truck hood blowing back. You then see the two occupants miraculously thrown out with no guns in their hands, thrown out by the impact of the explosion. They run and seek sanctuary by trying to swim across the lake.
Yeah, I think
and
you see
then
them in
you
the top
see
corner.
an APC come right forward and ram the truck. You see a dog jumping out of the back of the truck, and you see two sharpshooters right there alongside of the road, blasting the dog and killing the dog.
Enemies are not 7,000 miles from home. They sit in boardrooms. They are CEOs. They are bankers. They are hedge fund managers. They do not live 7,000 miles from home. Our enemies are right here, and we look at them every day. They are not the men and women who are standing on this police line. They are the millionaires and billionaires who control this planet, and we've had enough of it, so they can take their medals back.
I'm one of 40,000 people that left the United States Armed Forces because this is a lie.
I can't hear love 'cause we're at war, and revenge is so loud, and the drums are so proud. But oh, I'm in a cage, and I hear mercy say I'm here now, and it's the only way,
We economic hitmen have managed to create the world's first truly global empire, and it's basically a secret empire. We do it many ways, but principally we identify a country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country, it goes to our own corporations to build big infrastructure projects in that country that help a few very wealthy people, but don't benefit the majority of the people who are too poor to buy electricity or have cars to drive on the highways, and yet they're left holding a huge debt that they can't repay.
Aquí no hay suficiente.
Mancanchu oro.
No hay suficiente.
Mancanchu.
Mucha arena.
Mancanchu.
Venga, llevároslo. A podar.
So we go back at some point and say, you know, you can't pay your debts. Give us a pound of flesh, sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies, vote with us on the next critical UN vote, allow us to build a military base in your backyard, something along these lines. And when we fail, the jackals go in and either overthrow or assassinate these leaders. And if the jackals fail, as they did in Iraq, then we send in the military. I've met a lot of terrorists. I've interviewed them for books. I've never met one who wanted to be a terrorist. They're desperate people. If we want to get rid of terrorism, we must get rid of the root causes, that cancer that is destroying our whole system.
in court, they've testified saying he was in full camo gear, he was holding a gun like this in the port at arms position, and that he had face paint on, and he was stalking. This is what they've testified in court, but these poor officers didn't realize that we have the videotape from the sky, and it clearly shows that he's just sauntering down to the lake. He's wearing a bright pink shirt and black pants. He's not carrying a gun.
In the middle of a wide open field.
Yeah, in the wide open field.
And like Bill says, right, it's necessary for the people out here, all people out here, to hear the transcripts. So if I can, I want to read this section right here, okay? This is the same Kimball given authorization to make the kill, okay? How was he carrying it? It was slung over his shoulder as if he had a gun, which he only had a coat from the camera. What part of that could you see? From my observation of Westcam, I could see the silhouette of the rifle and the barrel in the shadows. Did you continue to watch this person? Yes, I did. What did you see happen? He continued to walk on the road, and then he veered off the road making his way towards the lakefront area. At some point, you indicated that he took his jacket off. Is that correct? Yes. Did you make any note of that? Or do you recall what he was wearing under his jacket? It appeared to be a reddish-toned T-shirt or a shirt of some sort. And at that time that the jacket was removed, could you see the rifle that you described? Yes, I could. And where was that rifle? It was still slung on his shoulder. After the jacket was removed, where was the rifle? After he removed his jacket, he returned the rifle to his shoulder location. What happened next? I had an expert marksman positioned across the lake, observing the movements of the camp. And it was my decision at that time, based on the events of the day before and the previous shootings of our members, I authorized the members across the lake to shoot at the individual walking down the lake. And when you look at the picture of the Westcam, you will see this man is not carrying a gun.
What the hell do you think spies are? Moral philosophers measuring everything they do against the word of God or Karl Marx? They're not. They're just a bunch of seedy, squalid bastards like me. Little men, drunkards, queers, henpecked husbands, civil servants playing cowboys and Indians to brighten their rotten little lives. Do you think they sit like monks in a cell balancing right against wrong? Yesterday I would have killed Munt, because I thought him evil and an enemy, but not today. Today he's evil and my friend.
Careless, consumerist consumption, dangerous dysfunction, disguised as expensive taste. Stumble, people disgraced by what I claim I need and what I wanna waste. I take no account for nothing if it's not mine. Misappropriation of funds, protect my 90% with my guns. Whose side am I on? Well, who's winning? My kingdom built with the blood of slaves, orphans, widows, and homeless graves. I sold their souls just to build my private mansion. Some people say that my time is coming. Kingdom come is the justice running down, down, down on me. I'm a poor child, I'm a lost son. I refuse to give my love to anyone. Fight for the truth or help the weaker ones, because I love my Babylon. I am a slave, I was never free. I betrayed you for blood. that you own, lose your life so that you could find it. First to be last when the true world come, living like a humble fool to overcome this upside down wisdom of a dying world. Zion now built with hands, and in this place gotta dwell with man. Sick be healed and the crippled stand, singing hallelujah. My kingdom built with the blood of my son, selfless sacrifice for everyone. Faith, hope, love, and harmony. I say let this world know me by your love, by your love. Oh my child, daughters and sons, I made you in love to overcome. Free as a bird, flowers in the sun. On your way to Mount Zion, all you slaves, be set free. Come on out, child, and come on home to me. We will dance, we will rejoice. If you can hear me, then follow my voice.
How big does a cause have to be before you kill your friends? What about your party? There's a few million bodies on that path.
This is my oath of allegiance. It's something I had to recite in order to get the job as a soldier. At 15 years old, I had little understanding of its true meaning. Now I fully understand the words. They have no meaning at all.